What's up guys, VitalSyntax here. I'm going to be going over the latest patch notes for Crysis 3, which was data patch C, as well as the PC 1.2 version which was released. So the data patch essentially is a cross-platform update that tweaks a lot of the gameplay elements and tries to balance some of the different aspects of the multiplayer. And then the PC patch, which is currently version 1.2, tries to fix some of the glitches and issues that people have on the PC side of things, specifically in this patch mostly focused on graphical issues. So this isn't a huge list of changes, but I went through and chose ones that I thought were most important that people would be interested in. I'm going to go over those in this video. So let's first go over the version 1.2 patch for PC, and the two biggest things they fixed is both graphics card crashes as well as graphical glitches and artifacting that some people have seen, including myself. Hopefully those have been fixed, or at least some of them have been fixed. Now moving on to the data patch, this is a cross-platform update, so if you're on the PlayStation 3, the Xbox 360, or the PC, then this patch should be live very soon. You can always check the bottom left corner of your screen, and it'll say data patch C or data patch B or whatever version you currently have downloaded, and you might have to wait for this update to roll out in whatever platform. It might not be absolutely instant, but by the time you're watching this video, it's probably available on your system. So the biggest thing in my eyes that they've updated the cross-platform data patch is the nerf to the Jackal fully automatic shotgun, which I had a lot of issues with. I think that gun was quite overpowered, and I'm glad to see that they actually listened to the community's feedback and adjusted it accordingly. So they've reduced the fire rate of the Jackal, as well as reduced the longer range bullet damage by reducing or by increasing the fall off damage, so it doesn't do quite as much damage at longer ranges. So it still should be quite effective, although just not quite as powerful as it was before this patch. Now they've also tried to do a buff to the Grendel, which I've said a couple times is a weapon that I think needs a bit of a buff, as well as the takedown, which is another weapon that I think needs a little bit of an increase in performance. But what they've done with the Grendel is it increased the range effectively by reducing the amount of bullet damage drop off. So at longer ranges you're going to be outputting more damage, and that should make this gun quite a suitable option for longer range engagements, especially because they've not only increased the effective range of the Grendel, but they've decreased the effective range of both the Scar and the FY7, which I think is actually a good move. Although those are kind of my two favorite guns and most people's favorite guns, they were a little bit overpowered. I mean, the Scarab was pretty crap in comparison. A lot of the submachine guns didn't really stand up to them, and they were just like all around good weapons. Maybe they weren't the best at any particular area other than maybe medium range. They were just all around really good. And what they've done is they've reduced the long range effectiveness by, I guess, decreasing the range and increasing the damage drop off. So this should make something like the Grendel or the takedown assault rifle, which is a 3-round burst with a single fire assault rifle, a little bit more viable of an option. I have yet to try it out, but I will try and do some videos on the Grendel post patch and talk about if I think it's a good change or a bad change, as well as some of the other changes in this patch. They've also done some tweaking to the attachments, so now the foregrip and the muzzle brake are going to have their effectiveness reduced. Once again, with most of the stuff we've seen with Crysis 3, we don't know exact details of how they're tweaking these things, but they've said that the effectiveness of both the muzzle brake and the foregrip have been reduced. They didn't say anything about the match barrel, so that's kind of interesting. And they also are reducing the effectiveness of the laser sight, which is the attachment that is going to increase your hip fire accuracy. So I think overall there's quite a few changes that are really, really cool to see that they're actually paying attention to the community's feedback and some people's complaints about balancing issues. And we've already had a lot of really cool support, and I'm really, really happy that Crysis 3 has seen this many patches, and it's a fairly new game, especially when you compare it to Crysis 2 and the lack of support that game got. So yeah, I'm really, really excited to test this patch out once I get my hands on it myself on the PC, and I'll try and make some more videos that cover some of those updates in more detail. But thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to give me a like or a favorite. Remember to subscribe for more Crysis 3, and I'll see you guys in the next video.